Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes with Typhoon. 2 minutes with me, the Fantasy Typhoon, aka the Mentalist, aka your favorite analyst. And today's spotlight is on Rashaad Penny of the Seattle Seahawks. Just give you a little disclaimer: we're not trying to sway you either way. We're just here to bring you true analysts, just true things that you might not hear from you know, mainstream or social media or wherever you get your news from. Just some things that you might want to put in your toolbox if you plan on drafting him. Just some things you might want to, okay, let me keep an eye on these things. Let me know what I need to do going forward. That's all we're here to do. We just here to, you win and lose trades by information. Whichever owner, whether it's on this side giving or with this side receiving, whichever owner has the best information is the winner of all trades. So information is king. So we just here to give you information. Let's get into 2 minutes with Rashaad Penny. Seattle Seahawks, round one, pick number 27. He's a senior. He's 20 years old, 5'11", 200. Ran a 4.46 with 13 bench press. 220 would like to see a little bit more from the bench press, but we'll take it with the 4.46. Which is elevating him. Plus, he also did return duties. Love it when our players, love it when you see players coming into the NFL have that. Whether they're going to be asked to do it or not in the NFL is irrelevant. Just for the simple fact that the movement and the body shift and the vision that it takes and the hands that it takes, to put that into that special teams mode is always outstanding. Um, he led the nation with 2,248 rushing yards. He scored 23 touchdowns on 289 carries, finishing fifth for the Heisman Trophy ballot. He also, like I said, your special teams. He also ran a 70-yard touch, uh, punt return. He took it to the house. Like I said, my scouts gave him 5.9, which is a mid to late third round grade. And as you see, he went in the first round, pick 27. Now, this is going to help Rashaad Penny. This is good just for the simple fact that he has that first round pick attached to his name, kind of like, somebody like with a PhD, with a doctor, with Esquire, just that extra, you know, just those extra letters added to their name, give them a little bit more uh, accolades in the public view. So Rashaad Penny, that first round pick, gives him an extra oomph for the simple fact he is going to be given every opportunity to fail. It's his backfield right now. So once he got off the plane, once they picked the phone up and said, "Hey man," Schneider picked up the phone. "Hey, we get ready to pick you with pick 27 here. How'd you feel to be a Seahawk?" Right then and there, he's already the starter. So there's no battle. That which is good. Now Pete Carroll and Schneider brought in Brian Schottenheimer, which it means this is going to transition over to a power running system. We see Penny running pretty good in power. Um, Chris Carson was more of your zone, inside outside stretch. So that being switched over to power running gives him a little bit better chance. Also, the 4.46 speed, because in power you need power to get it, and then the speed to break away once that little crease. Once that little crease opens, you need the speed to go ahead and get it. Now, here's a little caveat here when you're switching systems. Your zone blocking guys are tweeners, linemen, offensive linemen. They're smaller guys because you're looking for a smaller guy who's faster on his feet, so he can get over to the spot a little quicker to trap block and hold the edge to open the cutback lane. So you need speedier, smaller linemen in your zone blocking system, and your power system. You need the bigger, more road grading uh, uh, more road grading type guys who are going to open the holes, because now instead of zone blocking is you a little bit more freer, you kind of freelance and you kind of waiting to see what happens. And power, you got a specific hole you need to beat. So it's a little bit more defined, which helps him out. But the offensive line is already bad. Then you marry in they're moving over to a power system. And the simple fact that Schneider didn't spend any resources or real resources on bringing in um, any kind of offensive lineman reinforcement worries us. Worries us. We're worried about that. The offensive line last year was just atrocious. Look, a high school unit, you know, a high school unit could have done, could have mimicked what that unit put on the field. A lot of missed assignments. Offensive linemen were always on the ground, which is a no-no. No-no. So when you're watching your film and doing your research, you see your offensive lineman on the ground, that's a no-no. Ball is hiked one time, all five were on the ground. I'm sitting there looking at this like, whoa, this is just unacceptable. And that's that's a real concern with us for Rashaad Penny, which is outside circumstances. Now, like I said, he was already coming in with a mid to third round grade, and then he goes in the first round, which is another, just brings concern. Um, and then you mix in competition Wednesdays. Uh, Pete Carroll loved these competition Wednesdays, man. Jobs are lost in Seattle due to the simple fact of competition Wednesdays. Um, uh, Chris Carson came in um, off competition Wednesdays. Uh, what's the guy? The other running back that they just traded came in and did a little something. Competition Wednesdays. Mike Davis, competition Wednesdays. So when you look at his reinforcement, like I said, Chris Carson is more zone blocking system. So he's not a threat. CJ Prosise and JD McKissick are my third down backs. Now, Rashaad Penny can do all too. He's not what you really want him to be in pass protection, which is another concern. When you coming in and you're in a traditional pro set offense, which is what Seattle runs, which is they want to run the ball. They want to be able to run. They've been looking for that element of Marshawn Lynch ever since he left the building, and they're still trying to replace him. So there's some good and bad with Rashaad Penny. We are taking, of course, Barkley, Geis, Kerryon Johnson, Sony Michel, and Ronald Jones all before Penny, for the simple fact that that offensive line just scares us to death, and we're leery of that, and it has nothing to do with Penny. It's a good situation. We just would like to see a little bit more reinforcement. Now, this can be fixed in years to come, so don't give up on him so easily because, like I said, it's not Penny. It's the outside. It's the outside circumstances. So when you have that, as long as the player's solid and things around him need to be fixed, you have something you can work with, like Mixon. Mixon's good. It was just what was around Mixon pulled him down. So instead of Mixon being bad or Penny being bad, then it's kind of a hard fix. So that's been 2 minutes with Typhoon, and stick around for the comments. I'm sorry, stick around for the notes. Thank you.